This footage, released by the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, sent shockwaves through military analysts worldwide. This isn't just a tale of modern warfare, it's a snapshot of a larger trend. How did such sophisticated tanks fall? And why has Russia lost over 3,300 tanks in just 2 years of the Ukraine war? The answer lies in a lethal combination of advanced weaponry, innovative tactics, and surprising battlefield strategies that have turned the tide in favor of Ukrainian forces. Russia's tanks are being decimated at such an alarming rate because of advanced anti-tank weapons. The first obvious thing that comes to mind is javelins. But it's only a part of Russia's bigger problem. These shoulder-fired weapons have proven to be a game-changer on the battlefield. The Javelin missile system is renowned for its ease of use and deadly accuracy. With its fire-and-forget capability, a single operator can target a tank and then immediately move to avoid counterfire. The missile's infrared guidance system ensures that it locks onto the target's heat signature, striking with devastating precision. This has made the Javelin a nightmare for Russian tank crews, who find themselves targeted from hidden positions by highly mobile Ukrainian soldiers. Moreover, the psychological impact of the Javelin cannot be underestimated. Russian tank crews know that any concealed position could harbor a Javelin team ready to strike. But how effective are these weapons really? The effectiveness of the Javelin is complemented by the relentless use of artillery. Ukrainian forces have utilized a variety of artillery systems to bombard Russian tank formations. They have deployed a mix of Soviet-era artillery and modern Western systems, creating a versatile and deadly array of firepower. Precision-guided munitions have enhanced the effectiveness of artillery strikes, allowing Ukrainian forces to destroy high-value targets with minimum collateral damage. Russian tank columns have often found themselves under sudden and intense artillery barrages, which not only destroy tanks but also disrupt supply lines and force Russian units to disperse. This dispersion makes it easier for Ukrainian forces to pick off isolated tanks using other means, such as javelins or drone strikes. After failing tank columns in the first year of war, they've since learned to avoid such tactics. While javelins and artillery are highly effective, they are just one part of the anti-tank strategy. Strike drones have also played a crucial role. The use of drones in the Ukraine war has revolutionized the battlefield. Equipped with high-resolution cameras and precision-guided munitions, these drones can loiter over the battlefield, providing real-time intelligence and striking targets with pinpoint accuracy. Ukrainian forces have used drones to devastating effect, often coordinating drone strikes with artillery barrages and ground assaults. For instance, drones have been used to identify and track Russian tank movements, relaying this information to artillery units for precise targeting. In other cases, drones have been armed with anti-tank munitions, allowing them to strike directly. This combination of reconnaissance and strike capability has made drones one of the most effective tools in the Ukrainian arsenal. The Ukrainian government is aiming to produce 1 million single-use drones in 2024. If you're as fascinated by these battlefield dynamics as we are, give this video a like. The most lucid example of anti-tank drones are first-person view drones. Take a radio-controlled first-person view drone weighing just 2 pounds, strap on a pound of explosives, and you've created a simple and versatile weapon that can target vehicles, buildings, infantry, and even other drones as far away as 2 miles. As it happens, an FPV drone is the perfect anti-tank weapon because it can fly over a tank and dive down to attack. It can strike a tank where the tank's armor is almost always thinnest, on its top. In the pre-drone era, when all modern tanks were designed, engineers expected attacks from the front mostly, so they shifted their tank's weight to the front and skimped on the top. In a pivotal moment that underscored anti-tank weapons coordination, a Bradley fighting vehicle and a strike drone executed a meticulously coordinated operation to neutralize a Russian T-90M ProRiv. This encounter, emblematic of the ongoing war in Ukraine, unfolded with strategic precision and technological prowess. The engagement commenced as the Bradley positioned itself strategically, using its advanced targeting systems to engage the T-90M from a safe distance. Drawing the attention of the Russian tank, the Bradley acted as a critical diversion, diverting focus away from the incoming threat from above. Simultaneously, the strike drone, equipped with a high-resolution camera and precision-guided munitions, hovered above the battlefield. Leveraging real-time intelligence and targeting data, it executed a swift and devastating attack on the T-90M. The drone's munitions struck with lethal accuracy, exploiting vulnerabilities in the tank's defenses. This coordinated assault not only showcased the vulnerability of even Russia's most advanced armored vehicles in the face of modern anti-tank capabilities, but also highlighted the synergy between ground-based combat vehicles and aerial drones. It exemplified how integrated, multi-modern dimensional warfare strategies can tip the scales in favor of technologically adept forces, reshaping the landscape of contemporary military engagements. But what's even more surprising? The ingenuity of Ukrainian forces doesn't stop there. They have also expertly laid minefields that funnel Russian tanks into kill zones. Using both conventional and improvised explosive devices, they have created minefields that are difficult to detect and devastatingly effective. These minefields are often placed in choke points, such as narrow roads or bridges, where tanks are forced to pass. The psychological impact of minefields is significant as well. Russian tank crews, aware of the potential for hidden mines, are often forced to proceed slowly and cautiously, reducing their operational tempo and making them easier targets for other forms of attack. In some instances, entire tank columns have been halted or destroyed by well-placed minefields. In response to these threats, Russian tank crews started improvising additional armor. Initially, they welded steel grills on top of their tanks, hoping to trigger Javelin missiles prematurely. However, these makeshift grills proved ineffective, and Russian forces then moved on to cages, metal frames designed to deflect the missiles. When even these didn't work as expected, they developed what are now known as barns, large box-like structures that cover the entire tank. These modifications make the tanks look like moving fortresses, hence turtle tanks. Turtle tanks is the nickname for these heavily armored vehicles that resemble moving bunkers. To further enhance their protection, Russian forces started attaching Contact 1 explosive reactive armor blocks. These blocks are designed to explode upon impact, disrupting the penetration of incoming projectiles. While this does offer some protection, it's not foolproof, especially against modern anti-tank missiles. Despite these efforts, the upgraded defenses have not been entirely successful. While they may provide some additional protection, they also make the tanks heavier and less maneuverable, often leading to other operational challenges. Moreover, the effectiveness of these defenses is still limited against the top attack capabilities of weapons like the Javelin. When comparing the Russian T-90s to American Abrams tanks on the battlefield, the difference in performance is stark. The Abrams tanks, with their superior armor, advanced targeting systems, and robust communication networks, have proven to be formidable adversaries. In contrast, Russian T-90s, including the advanced T-90M ProRiv, have faced significant challenges. One of the critical issues plaguing the T-90M ProRiv is its communication system. Due to Western sanctions, the Russian military-industrial complex has been forced to use civilian components that lack the necessary reliability, particularly in terms of moisture resistance. This has led to frequent failures of communication devices, often caused by rusting microchips and short circuits. In modern tank warfare, effective communication is crucial for coordinating movements, targeting enemies, and executing complex maneuvers. The T-90M's communication failures severely reduce the survivability of its crews. Without reliable internal systems, Russian tank crews are often forced to climb out of their turrets to maintain communication via external radios, exposing themselves to enemy fire. This vulnerability becomes particularly problematic when facing American Abrams tanks. The Abrams' advanced targeting systems and battlefield awareness give them a significant edge. In numerous encounters, T-90s have been outgunned and outmaneuvered, leading to substantial losses. The Abrams' superior technology and coordination capabilities have consistently overwhelmed Russian T-90s, demonstrating the importance of reliable, sophisticated equipment in modern armored warfare. The combination of advanced Western weaponry, Ukrainian ingenuity, and evolving battlefield tactics has led to the staggering loss of over 3,300 Russian tanks in 2 years. That's more than 10 times as many tanks as are in the entire British Army. They have lost so many tanks that their factories can't produce enough new tanks to make good their losses. Instead, they're pulling thousands of old tanks left over from the Cold War out of long-term storage and giving them a quick overhaul before shipping them off to the front. Each piece of technology and every tactic has played a role in this dramatic attrition. From the lethal Javelin missiles to the precision of strike drones and the strategic placement of minefields, the Ukrainian forces have effectively neutralized the once dominant Russian armored units. What do you think about the future of tank warfare? Do you believe that modern anti-missile systems, especially drones, will argue an end to the tank's 100-year domination of land war theory? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.